So a curve is such that dy by dx is given by this. So we have the rate of change of, that's not the rate, sorry, it is the difference of y with respect to x. So dy by dx is equal to this one. Now we realize that we can also rewrite this as follows. It can be written as 12 2x plus 1 power minus 2. Okay, so this is another way of writing the same equation. Now we know that P, the point P, which is 1, 5, which is the x value here, and the y value, is a point on the curve. Okay, great. Now for part 1, the normal to the curve at P crosses the x-axis at Q. We have to find the value of Q. Now again, we have to understand, hey, what's happening here? What are we trying to find, right? So let's think. Let's say we have a curve. The curve have a shape something like this. We don't know the shape exactly. Let's say the shape is something like this. It is a curve, right? That's the first thing. Now let's say the point P is over here, for example. This is my point P. P was found to be the point 1, 5. Great. Now what's next? The normal to the curve at point P, so the normal is a line that passes at 90 degrees to that point. So this is the normal, for example. Okay, great. It crosses the x-axis, and now I will have to have my axis here. For example, this is my x-axis, for example, x, at the point at Q. So this will be the value of Q here. Okay, so as you can see, we have to find this value of Q. Now, very easy, we have to proceed step by step. So we understand something we have to know is that to find this value of Q, it will be the point of intersection between my normal and then the x-axis. Now, first thing we have to find the equation of the normal. Now, the normal is a straight line, so obviously you will have to first find the gradient of the normal. Now, to find the gradient of normal, we have to first find the gradient of the tangent. So here we have to kind of know a few things because we cannot find them directly because we have no information about the normal at first. We must first proceed through this route. Now, we understand that the gradient of tangent is simply dy by dx at the point P. And here we have dy by dx already. So dy by dx is equal to this one. And at the point P will be the value of P is when x is equal to the value of 1. As we can see here, x is 1. We place that back in the equation. So dy by dx when x is equal to the value of 1 will be what? 12 over the value of 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 square. That will be 12 divided by 9. That will be the value of, so that will be 12 over 9 divided by 3. That should be 4 over 3. Right. So 4 over 3, I think, yeah, exactly. Now, this is the gradient of the tangent. Now, we have to know one of the properties between the gradient of tangent and the gradient of the normal. Because we know that the tangent and normal, they are at 90 degrees to each other. We can derive this. We know that if you take the gradient of tangent, multiply by the gradient of normal, you're supposed to get minus 1. So using this equation, we can find the gradient of normal. So let's do that. That will be 4 over 3 multiplied by gradient of normal. That will be minus 1. So gradient of normal, that will be minus 3 over the value of 4. Okay, great. So we have this. This is what we need to find the equation of the normal. Now, we have the gradient and we have a passing point, which is the point P. P is 1, 5. We can find the equation. This is my x value and my y value. So to find the equation, pretty easy. So y minus its corresponding value over x minus its corresponding value is equal to minus 3 over 4, which is its gradient. Now, this is definitely just the way to find the equation of the line. This is the method that I prefer to use, so it's up to you if you want to use this method to find the equation of a straight line. Now we can just cross multiply. You will have what? 4y minus 20. That will be minus 3x plus 3. So you have 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 3 plus 20. So 4y will be what? Minus 3x plus 23. This is my equation of the normal. Now we understand that we have to find the point Q, which is on the x-axis. Now we know that on the x-axis, what is true? Y will be 0. Replace that back in the main equation. So 4 times 0, that will be minus 3x plus 23. So 3x is equal to 23. X will be 23 over the value of 3. So the point Q will finally be what? The x value is 23 over 3, and y will be the value of 0. This will be the point Q as required. That is part 2 of the question. Now for part 1 of the question. Now let's move on to part 2 of the question. So here we have to find the equation of the curve. Now it means that we have to find the value of y. Now we have to know something is that we are given dy by dx, so we have to integrate dy by dx to find the value of y. So that's the main thing we have to know here. You can just memorize this if you want to. To find y from dy by dx, we have to apply integration to find this. So let's do that. So dy by dx was given by this equation, 12 2x plus 1 power minus 2. So y will be integration of dy by dx, which is as follows with respect to x, and that will be what? 12 is 12, 12 is only a multiple. Then we have to apply integration on the rest. So first thing first, we have to increase the power by 1. That will be 2x plus 1. Sorry, 2x plus 1, the power is minus 2. Have to plus 1, that will become minus 1. So then divide by the power, which is minus 1. Then we have to divide by d by dx of the value inside. That will become 2 as here. And of course, we have to plus c for the constant of integration. I hope that makes sense. Because first thing first, we have to first kind of just remove the multiple, because it's just a constant. We don't really care about this one. Remove this outside. And then first, when we have a power that we want to integrate, we must first add 1 to the power. So minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Then we have to divide by the same power, so divide by minus 1. Okay? Then the final step is to divide by d by dx of the value inside. That will be 2, which is 2 here. Now simplify. That will be 6, and you will have minus 6 over the value of 2x plus 1 plus c will be my value of y. Now again, it is not complete yet because we have to find the value of c. Now to find the value of c, we have to use the given values. We know the p is a passing point. It is 1, 5. My x value and my y value. Replace back in the main equation. That will be 5 is minus 6 over 2 times 1 plus 1 plus c. That will be what? So 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3. Minus 6 divided by 3. That will be minus 2. So 5 minus 2 plus c. C will be 7. So finally, y is given by 7 minus 6 over 2x plus 1 as your answer for the equation of the curve. Okay, that is part 2. Now, one of the main common mistakes that we have from this is sometimes you forget to find your value of c, which is also required here for your full marks. That is one of the most common mistakes that we have for this kind of question. Now for the last one, we have a point which is moving along the curve in such a way that x is increasing at a constant rate of this. So pretty easy. Rate is with respect to time. Whenever you see rate, it means with time. So x is dx with respect to time dt is equal to 0.3. That is the given value. We have to find the rate of increase of y. So we have to find dy by dt because the rate of increase of y when x equal to 1. So pretty easy. Let me write this down. Let me form the equation that we need for this question. So to find dy by dt, we have to form or use the chain rule to form a formula that we can use. On top here we have dy, let's write dy. On the bottom here we have dt, let's write dt. Now how can we connect those two? As you can see here clearly, y is equal something in terms of x, so we have to write dx and dx here. Now this one we know already, it is given to you by the question, it is 0.3 dx by dt. Now we have to find the value of dy by dx when the value of x is equal to the value of 1. Now dy by dx is equal to, when equal to 1, it gives you the value of 4 over 3. So we can see this is clearly 4 over 3 when x equal to 1. So just replace back in your main equation to find your value. That will be what? This will be 4 over 3 multiplied by 0.3. So let's see what you have. So cancel out 0.1. That will be 0.4 as your answer. dy by dt. That will be units per second. And that will be your answer for part 3 of the question. So I think the main part of this question is to know how to form this equation by the chain rule. Again, very easy. On top we have dy, we put dy. On the bottom we have dx, we put dx over here. Now how are they connected? As we can see as well, we're given dx by dt, so we have to use it somewhere. So let's put dx on top, dt here. And then here obviously will have to be dx because y is in terms of x, as we have seen here. Y is in terms of x. So we just have to form this equation, then replace the value given to you, or we have to find this missing value as well, and then we solve to find this answer as follows. And this is the question involving the rate of change as well as finding the equation of the curve, for which we have to know this equation.